What's up, everybody? It's your boy Heaven Hollywood back on IE Network. This is the Heaven Hollywood Report, and let's get to it. Well, another lawsuit has been filed by Tony Buzbee against Quinn, Emmanuel, and Rock Nation. Now, Houston attorney Tony Buzbee has filed a lawsuit in Harris County District Court against law firms Quinn Emmanuel, Ucart, and Sullivan, MJ Legal, Rock Nation, attorney Marcy Croft, and investigator Jesse Santiago. Buzbee alleges that these entities engaged in a conspiracy to solicit his current and former clients to file lawsuits against him and his firm. He claims that Rock Nation financed these efforts and that Quinn Emanuel's attorneys orchestrated the scheme. Now, Buzbee asserts that he has substantial evidence to support his claims, including communications and testimonies indicating that the representative from the defendants approached his clients with offers of financial incentive to sue him. He alleges that these actions were part of a broader strategy to tarnish his reputation and disrupt his legal practice. The lawsuits seek injunctive relief to prevent further solicitation and unspecified monetary damages. And if you remember, when he initially filed the lawsuit, he said it will prosecute to the furthest extent of the law or whatever they allow. Now, again, these are allegations, and just so I put this out there, a lot of the thumbnails and stuff are using Jay-Z, as mine is, but they're using Jay-Z in the title. Jay-Z specifically is not getting sued. Okay? He is suing specifically Quinn Emanuel, right? And he is stating that he can prove that Rock Nation is funding the Quinn Emanuel, Marcy Croft, because they stated in the past, and they've had posts in the past, that they're working with Jay-Z and working with Rock Nation on certain things. They're working with them on a certain prison reform, some prison reform projects. So he feels as though he has enough information to tie them all together. Cardi B and Offset, upcoming court case in February. They're due back in court in February, if you do not remember. Cardi B and Offset are scheduled to appear in court in February, facing a lawsuit stemming from an alleged altercation involving their security team. Now, the incident reportedly occurred outside a New York club, where plaintiff claims they were physically assaulted by the couple's security detail. Now, the plaintiff alleged that they were mistaken for threats and were subjected to unwarranted force, resulting in physical and emotional injuries. Lawsuit accuses Cardi B and Offset of negligence in supervising their security personnel and seeks compensation for damages. The couple's legal team has denied any wrongdoings, asserting that the security measures were appropriate given the circumstance. The upcoming court proceedings will delve into the specifics of the incident, including testimony from witnesses and examinations of any available video evidence. So what the plaintiffs are saying was it was unnecessary force and was also negligence, because they supervised their personnel and they allowed their personnel and their security to run up on them and cause physical unwarranted force, and it resulted in physical and emotional injuries. So they're due back in February. So we get the opening, on that. I guess we're going to see whether it's going to go to trial. But everything starts in February. Tasha K. In response to Cardi B's bankruptcy dismissal motion, Tasha K facing a $4 million judgment from a defamation lawsuit. I think it's like $3 million now. She may, or close to it. I heard she's paid off close to maybe close to $1 million, but that remains to be seen. That's not been confirmed. That's what I heard. Tasha K facing a $4 million judgment from a defamation lawsuit won by Cardi B, filed for bankruptcy, citing inability to pay the substantial amount. So she filed for bankruptcy because of that $4 million debt, and she was citing the inability to pay the substantial amount. In response, Cardi B's legal team said no can do. They filed a motion to dismiss the bankruptcy claim, alleging that Tasha K is attempting to avoid payment and evade payment by hiding assets and not fully disclosing her financial situation. If you remember, Cardi B and her attorneys pointed out where they believed Tasha K was hiding funds. What accounts? Swiss accounts, accounts in Africa, and certain accounts overseas and in different states. Tasha K has countered these allegations by accusing Cardi B of financial bullying and attempting to sabotage her career. She claims that Cardi B's interference in her bankruptcy proceedings is making it difficult for her to recover financially, and that the rapper is using her resources to exert undue pressure. Tasha K argues that her bankruptcy filings is legitimate and necessary due to her current financial status. And we got that from Ice Cream Combos. Shout out to them. Black Enterprises. Shout out to them. Got a little bit of from everybody. Also, shout out to Chronicle. Whew, now, how do I see these playing out? Now, the Tony Buzbee lawsuit, we'll start with that. The Tony Buzbee lawsuit, if Busby can provide concrete evidence, all right? Concrete evidence supporting his claims of solicitation. So, I mean, solicitation and what else? Conspiracy? Solicitation and conspiracy. Okay, he may have a strong case, but however, you have to remember, proving such allegations requires substantial proof of intent and coordination among the defendants. So they have to prove that Roc Nation funded it, that Roc Nation is behind it, and that that's what they were attempting to do. That's going to be hard to prove, but let's see what type of evidence he has. If he has strong enough evidence to support it, you're not going to have to just be able to come up there with, Roc Nation said that they were working with them on prison reform and they've worked with them in the past. That's not going to be enough. Excuse me. That's not going to be enough to say, oh, yeah, because they're working with them in the past. That means they were funding them on this. All right, so we're going to see what type of evidence Tony Buzbee has. I'm sure he has recordings. Like he said, we've seen video footage, but that might not be enough. We're going to wait. We can wait, see what what happens, and we'll get back to that. The Cardi B and Offset court case. All right. Now, the outcome of this is going to heavily depend on the evidence presented, including any surveillance footage and credible witness testimonies. If the plaintiffs can substantiate their claims of unwarranted assault, they may succeed. Conversely, if the defense can justify that the security team was necessary, so if Cardi B and Offset can justify the security team's, what the security team did, if they can justify that and say, hey, due to the circumstances, us being celebrities, the danger it imposed, if they can prove that what their security teams, what they did, actions, thank you, what I'm looking for, their security team's actions was necessary, then Cardi B and Offset will prevail. So we're going to have to, it really depends heavily on the evidence that's presented, from the plaintiffs. And Tasha K's bankruptcy proceedings. Now, bankruptcy courts scrutinize filings to prevent abuse of the system. So if Cardi B's team can demonstrate that Tasha K is concealing assets, they have proof that she's concealing assets or not acting in good faith, the court could very well dismiss her bankruptcy claims. And you know, Cardi B's lawyers are pit bulls. Alternatively, you gotta look at both sides. If Tasha K can prove that her financial distress is genuine and that Cardi B is causing more financial stress and she is complying with legal requirements and she's not hiding extra money and all the money that she's shown, if she can prove that that's it, I don't have any more, I don't have anything. I mean, that's really for to say Cardi B and her attorneys have to prove that she is hiding it. If she could say, "Listen, Your Honor, this is all the money that I have. This is my, this is the revenue that I'm making, and I'm generating my money through YouTube. And if Cardi B keeps doing this, I'm not going to be able to generate any money to pay on my payment plan." I think Cardi B is trying to say, "F a payment plan. You trying to give me $3,000 a month for the next God knows how many years, 15 years. That's not going to cut it, sis." So she's like $36,000 a year for the next 15 years. No, I'm not doing that. So that's what Cardi B is trying to go against. She's trying to say, no, we're not doing no payment plan, no $3,000 a month for the next 15 years. So that one, that one is probably the hardest one to judge. But again, if Tasha K can prove that her financial distress is genuine, then I'm sure she'll be granted the bankruptcy protection. But Cardi B's lawyers, like I said, they are pit bulls. We'll see what happens. Y'all let me know down in the comments what you think the outcome of these three cases are going to be. It's your boy, Heaven Hollywood. Peace. We'll catch you on the next one.